Jones. I'm the Forest Protection Chief of the Forestry Commission.
Mr. Torchy had said that his attorney said that he's not at all responsible for the bigger fire. I know this case today has to do with an earlier ticket. Can you comment on whether that is the case or not, that he was or not responsible?
Well, the Forestry Commission didn't get called to the fire on April 18th. We were called to a fire that occurred on April 22nd. On April 23rd, our investigators arrived to try and determine the cause of the fire from April 22nd. In the course of that investigation, we looked at wildfire spread indicators, burn patterns, things on vegetation that point us in the direction the fire was going. We also encountered some witnesses and interviewed them. And based on that information and the evidence we saw on the scene, that led us to the origin area of the Torchy's backyard. At that time, witnesses informed us that he had burned on April 18th, and that fire had escaped and got onto the neighbor's property. We were able to write him a citation for allowing fire to spread length and other, and failed to notify because he did not notify us. All the evidence we saw on the scene led us to conclude that the large fire that occurred on April 22nd was also a result from the same origin area. Our belief is that, because of the soil conditions and the dry conditions, the fire was burning, maybe not even putting up smoke, it was burning underneath the surface a little bit. On April 22nd, the wind picked up, the humidity got lower, and that fire was able to rekindle and lead to the bigger fire.
Some of the neighbors have indicated that they do burning without notifying you folks, and that fire could have started from anybody else's yard. Any comment on that?
Well, if people burn in the area, I'm sure that occurs. Our investigation with those burn pattern indicators and the spread indicators on vegetation, on rocks and things on the ground, help us decide which direction the fire was traveling. And you start where the fire was big and you work backwards to where the origin was. Those indicators led us back to that same origin area. So there are other possible, in most cases, ignition sources, but none of the indicators in this particular case led us to anywhere but that same origin area.
Part of their whole argument was everybody does this, nobody informs the Forestry Commission. Is that true?
We have a lot of burns going this year. You've heard the numbers in there. Over 18,000 backyard debris burns, what we call backyard debris burns in Horry County alone last year. One of the highest numbers in the state for a county. That tells us that many people at least know that you need to call the Forestry Commission. We've done a lot of prevention campaigns where we're trying to educate the public about how to do burning safely. In other words, if you're going to burn in your backyard, there's certain precautions, having a fire break around it, staying with the fire, having access to water, supervising the fire until it's completely extinguished. So we've done a lot of education that way. Certainly we haven't informed everybody, and there's always people coming in and out. But we do know that a lot of people who burn are aware of that law and do call us, because we got over 335,000 notifications last year alone.
In the state of South Carolina.
Right. So,
is there any estimate on how many people that from your standpoint, burn but don't notify?
I don't know if they don't notify us.